Can you walk? Stay, sit. Good job.
Wow, I want that person to train my son. Okay, getting your dog to be this responsive takes a lot of one-on-one time. Most pet owners are just hoping for a well-behaved dog that knows a few commands, enough to stay out of trouble. As Great Day's Courtney Perta found out, training your dog goes hand in hand with training yourself.
Hey, Deborah. Sorry, I'm fixing up my microphone here. It's all madness around here. But I've got something else really cool in my hand. It is a clicker. It is like the way to hold training your dog in the palm of your hand. Because I'm from the camp that I don't believe there's any such thing as bad dogs. I think you just have misguided, maybe unfocused dogs like mine. But the guy that can help, Tim Franklin here at Camp Bow Wow near the Woodlands, he is the top dog, so to speak. I told him I would say that. It's kind of cheesy, but he's the top dog, the head trainer here. And talk to me a little bit about obedience training versus what you call is what?
I like to call it dog communication.
Okay.
You know, obedience sounds so, negative. Obedience, I am your master. It's about communicating with your dog and, using positive reinforcement to just tell them what they already know how to do,
Right.
Dogs know how to sit, they know how to lay down. We're just communicating to them when we want them to do it.
Right, which is the all-important thing.
Yes.
Now we've got two pretty girls here. This is Chloe, the blonde one, and then we've got Suki, the pretty brindle over here. Now Chloe has been actually taking some of the classes, so she's a little bit more trained. Suki over here is a complete rookie. So, for a lot of people that are watching right now, how do you even start when you're training a dog?
Well, the first thing you want to do is charge the clicker.
Okay.
The clicker tells the dog that's the exact moment I wanted you to do. So when they sit, you click. When they lie down, you click, and then you give them the treat. So all you simply do is click and then give them a treat. And you click and you give them a treat. And you do that about 10 times, and then you click. And if they look surprised like they're looking for a treat, then they're thinking that the click means treat.
And so that's kind of like we talked about Pavlov's dogs. You want them to start associating the clicker with, oh, I did something you wanted, and I'm going to get a treat.
Yeah, I think the scientific term is a conditioned emotional response.
Yes.
But it's simply click and treat until they think the click is treat.
Gotcha.
And so then, you can then start using that click to tell them, that's the moment you get the treat.
That's what you did right. Now,
Yes.
Chloe over here, you taught me how to teach her how to sit. Now, why do you said it, because this is what I would do. I'd go, Chloe, sit. I'd push her butt down, and you're telling me not to do that.
No, there's an easier way.
All right, so let's try it.
So what you want to do is
Here,
hold
Chloe, stand up.
the treat with your palm up.
Palm up.
Put the treat in front of her nose.
Okay.
Now make it go over her head.
Over her head.
And then her butt will naturally sit down, and then you click, and then
click.
give her the treat.
Okay, so you do that because she's going to follow the treat, and you said there's no, her booty just naturally goes down,
Yes.
so she's learning what to do.
Yes.
Alrighty, so that's a good point, because so why doesn't the just push her bottom down thing work? Because that's what I do with my dogs, and it definitely does not work.
Well, I like to be as positive as I can and try not to be physical with the dogs.
Okay.
So a lot of in my training, what goes on is just things that you don't even really have to touch them.
Uh-huh.
You can get them to sit without, asking physically having to, sometimes that hurts their legs and things like that. So this is a great way just to get them to sit,
And that's a really good point. Like you said, it's just what they're going to do naturally. Try it with Suki. Like I said, she's a complete beginner. So she has not been training, but you can't help but when they lift their head up to follow that treat, they're going to sit down. It's just natural.
Yeah, I also add a release command, which is all done, and that means, you can get out of the sit now. So that way, they stay seated when you want them to sit. So all done, and then you put them for the nose, go up, click, and then you go, all done, and then they can get out.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, you also taught me if you go down, like we want her to go down, you just hold this treat in between your fingers. She's going to lick me and slobber me, but you bring it down and keep going, and as soon as she sits down, oh no, Suki, come on. So what do I do now?
Have her sit again.
Have her sit again?
Yes. And then go nice and slow.
And I clicked and give it to her. Okay. So if she doesn't go down the first time, you keep going. So
yeah. So this is a good
click, and then I wanted to go down.
This is good too.
And as soon as that hip hits, that's when I click and give it to her, right?
Yes.
So this is a whole different world here. So you just kind of keep going, and you kind of contort her body to where she has no choice but to sit that hip down, go down. As soon as she does that, you click because she's learning, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yes.
Now, I also noticed that you don't say no. I'm a no. No, don't touch that. No, stop it.
No.
Why don't you say no?
I don't say no because it's just overused. You know, the dogs think it's their name.
Gotcha.
So, and no, people use no for everything. So I'd rather say,
Yeah.
Because also, you know, no is so low
It
and
has
negative.
that uptick at the end, too, and keeping it
Uh-uh.
positive, Deborah. They also said that he wants the dogs to know what feels good and what feels bad because they don't know what's wrong or right. So we just give them a treat when they do the right thing, and it makes them feel good.
And then thus it is good.
There you go. Come here, Chloe.
Yeah, you know, you're so right about the positive reinforcement. It's the same thing with raising kids. That positive reinforcement can make the world of difference. Well, if these tips just aren't cutting it with your pup, you might need some professional help. We have a link on our website to Camp Bow Wow's training programs. Just go to greatdayhouston.com. We'll move over, Lassie. These pets are stealing the spotlight. We'll show you how to dress up your pet next. Oh, they're so cute.